Hello everybody, we got a Jeep Grand Cherokee here 4x4. What's happening in this car is when you put a car in reverse, you hear a loud rattling sound coming from right below it. Of course, transmission. It's not a solenoid, I already checked. It's not your solenoid that is inside the shifter. And when I try to listen to the noise, it sounds like it's coming from within the transmission oil pan and the torque converter housing side. So that indicates to me either defective or stuck solenoid, or solenoid that's trying to work and having an issue. So I'm going to show you how to replace your valve body solenoids right now. And that's the cheapest option we have right now. Hopefully it fixes the issue for this customer. If it isn't the solenoid, then we know solenoid's trying, and then we got a problem with the transmission itself. So the cheapest option, let's go with solenoid replacement. How you do that, before I even do anything, is you do need to remove the oil pan. Transmission oil pan has to be removed, the oil has to be drained, then you can get access to the both set of solenoids. One set has two solenoids in it, and the second set is individual solenoids, so you're going to replace them one at a time. So the set of two solenoids together has a wiring harness that comes out of the transmission bell housing, transmission body, connects to your wire harness, and the other two solenoids are connecting within the valve body plug. Actually, they're just sitting there. Yeah. So let's get started. We're gonna go ahead and remove the oil pan. It's a messy down there. I might not be able to film properly, but I'll try my best. But the process is what I just told you. Here's your oil pan. You're gonna remove these bolts that are all around the oil pan like that. Take them off. So what I do to make it simple, I lean the oil pan in that side, because if you lean the oil pan towards the wider side, you're going to need to have a wider catch can. If you lean the oil pan toward the narrower side, you'll have better luck catching all the oil. So what I would do is open all the bolts here, follow in this corner, single in here, follow in this corner, have your pan under there, and the oil will start to drip out. Once it's done, you can open the rest of them and take the oil pan out. That's how I do it. You're always welcome to do however you feel comfortable. I also notice this car has quite a bit of oil leak from the main transfer case seal, you can see, and the transmission seal. So I don't know how much oil is in the transfer case, has to be looked at. The customer also replaced the drive shaft recently. I don't know if it's related to this problem, but it's pretty common for someone to replace that thinking it's the drive shaft. So let's get started. Here we go. So once you get the oil pan removed, so what you're going to see, you're going to replace, what I'm replacing is I'm replacing this right here, two of them, and then I'm replacing this guy here. To disconnect these, you have to remove this bolt here, get the plate out, and then unplug and take the solenoid out. For this guy, it's a little tricky because we do need to get to this bolt here and this bolt here. Those are Torx head, and to do that, we're going to need to remove this here, this section, to get access to those. So this is Jeep. What can you do? You got to deal with it. You have another option, which you can do physically, is and another option is to remove all these Torx and get the entire valve body out and then put that one back in. So I'm not going to do that. Here we go. So right here you can see my new solenoid pack compared to the old one, right? And then I got new solenoid right here, which is with new O-rings. This is the old one. So to install a new one, I'm just gonna install it like this, and it has three bolts, one here, one here, one here, and then you're gonna plug that in there, plug the harness in. This guy, to replace this, you're gonna simply insert it into the body, put the metal plate on, bolt it down, and you're all done. Then you just put the oil pan back in, add your oil, and start the car. Hopefully this has fixed your problem.